So Giovanni is in.
Yes. Hi, Giovanni.
Wait, it's still not in the audio, I see.
Okay, he has audio problem, I see.
Yeah. It's okay. It will be fine. Hi, Giovanni. Do you hear us? Automatically added.
Okay.
He's in the call. So this is very important.
Yeah,
sure
they
that
are
everybody
on,
is in
okay.
the call and muted.
Okay.
So we have Dimitra and Chris.
Yes. Okay. Hello, everybody. Maybe we wait just one more minute because I had a number of more participants in my list that are still not connected. So, and then we can start.
All attendees are in the call. That's fine.
Okay. Giovanni, do you have a presentation?
That is speaking.
You know, here.
Right. Yeah. Where is the iPhone? It's muted.
Okay. Okay. Okay, good. Okay. Well, then
it's probably because the don't know what.
Okay, start in a minute then. And then who is in is in.
Maybe a message entering.
So do I have to do anything else or
No.
they? Okay.
Just need to follow the chat.
Yes.
And when the meeting has started, you can try maybe to play with this. Because
yeah, for the chat. Yeah.
Because
okay.
otherwise you can just
okay.
focus on the attendees.
Okay.
And then that's it.
And that's it. Okay. Okay, I start. Okay, so.
Don't forget that you speak in the microphone. No,
yeah.
You speak there, not in the computer.
Yeah, okay. Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to this Eurocities webinar. So I'm Federica Bordelot, Policy Advisor at Eurocities for the Knowledge Society Forum. On behalf of Eurocities, I wish to welcome you all in this webinar. We will talk about cybersecurity approaches and tools for public administrations. As you know, sharing cybersecurity practices and tools among cities is crucial, especially in this time when we have 5G, artificial intelligence, blockchain, and a number of much more technologies that are implementing more and more in cities and making then the security of the city systems even more at risk. hackers capitalize on people's lack of understanding on how technology work and on the holes in the security systems. So we really think that this webinar can help a number of cities to understand which methods, practices, approaches, and tools can be available. So, but before giving the floor to the first speaker, I would like to just give you a few messages. The webinar is recorded, so to give the opportunity also to other cities who asked me to then follow the webinar and get all the information afterwards. I hope you are okay with that. Otherwise, just tell me. And then you can also already during the presentations can write some questions. You will see you have a message part where you can type in all the questions. We will have a Q&A part at the end of the 3 presentations. So we can then, I can read all the questions there, and we can already then have some exchanges in this. So, but I would like now to give the floor to the first speaker. The first speaker is Paulo Rosetti. Is a project coordinator of Compact, this project on cybersecurity approaches and tools for public administrations. He will start with a presentation and an introduction of the project and its activities. So, Paulo, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Federica. So let me share my screen. Okay. So hope you will see the picture that's on the screen.
Do you all see it? Just type yes. Okay, perfect. Good.
And I hope this is the only time you will see it. I mean, no, seriously. Well, this is something is written on the wall between Israel and Palestine lands. So it's to see that cities, there are walls and there are barriers to cities. And one of the aim of the project is to try to raise these barriers on the cybersecurity. So Compact is a project aiming at providing cybersecurity for public administrations. We started in 2017, and the project ended at the end of last month in October. So we're currently we are still working, and there will be a final meeting with the European Commission at the beginning of December. Well, this is a slide that Commission to be pasted there, so the Commission is happy to say that is funding this project. So this is funded within the Horizon 2020 initiative. We just ended, so we ended at the end of October after 30 months. So what we did mainly, I will give you brief context about cybersecurity and smart cities. We know everybody that cities are evolving, and this is happening under the push of new integration, the IoT, the technologies integration, and so on. So they're becoming much more smart, and this is happening very high speed. It's a change that is increasing every year. All those interconnections start from existing systems. So one of the challenge here is to make local public administration and other actors that implement a smart city to do it in a way that is sustainable also from the cybersecurity point of view. This because the cyber threats are evolving. So here I've included the report from the last ENISA threat landscape. We're waiting for the 2019 one that will be out at the beginning of the year. This is to highlight the fact that cyber threats evolves, and this requires an approach that evolves too. I mean, you cannot simply do a cybersecurity assessment in your local public administration and then wait for 1 year, 1.5 years to do it again. So it should be a constant increasing process. Just to take as a sample, this is the beautiful city of Atlanta. You know that, probably know that Atlanta in 2008 was hit by a ransomware. The way this ransomware spread within the city systems was based on very basic vulnerabilities. So those that could be solved with relatively slow effort. As you probably also know, this has had a big impact on the economic of the city. They decided not to pay the ransom, and this is very, very good. I mean, this is the way, of course, all of us should behave in this situation. But as they were unprepared, this had an impact that is much more higher than the ransom. They spent around $2 million to restore all the city systems. So this is to say that impact of cybersecurity attacks can be devastating to a city, and in most cases, the more the city is advanced in the digital transformation, the more this impact is high, or could be high. So when we created the compact, we started from some influencing factors. We took into account, we tried to understand what are the main factors that prevent local public administration from putting in place really a strong cybersecurity approach. And we identified a number of factors. One is the fact that people in local public administration, so the employees, have different ages, different IT skills, and different tasks and experiences. So some of them could be already more advanced in being aware of what cybersecurity issues and cyber threat could be, and other could be less advanced. So a good cybersecurity strategy should take into account those differences and try to push for a real cooperation among the employees and among the other people involved in keeping the infrastructure and the system safe. Another factor we took really into account when we designed the compact approach is the economic factors. So we know that, at least in Italy, this is a common problem. Local public administration have few money, and this has double impact. The first is that this prevents the retaining of skilled personnel. So people that are skilled in cybersecurity, very often they leave for better job. This is also connected to the lack of profiles in cybersecurity that we currently have in EU. And second impact is, of course, the limited investments that brings LPA to choices. So they need to prioritize what they want to protect. They need to understand how they can protect it with limited budgets. So this is another influencing factor. And the third one is the legal and ethical context. Everything changed in 2018, where the GDPR entered into force.
Paolo, we cannot hear
this
you.
Quite changed the landscape and Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Can you hear me? Okay. Yeah, I was saying that legal and ethical aspects are third influencing factor that we took into account when we created and we designed the compact solution. Here you can see the International Privacy Index. You still see that, for instance, Italy is still in green. And yeah, this is something that is going to impact more and more during the time. We've already seen the transformation that the GDPR, for instance, brings to the processes, to the data protection, data treatment processes. So compact stands for competitive methods to protect local public administrations from cyber security threats. And its core approach, and it's composed by 14 partners coming from 6 EU countries. In particular, you see here represented all the partners. We have 5 local public administrations on board: Comune di Fragola, Amadora, Comune di Bologna, Ayuntamiento de San Sebastian, and Bremerhaven, the municipality of Bremerhaven. We're a number of companies and organizations that put together the compact approach and solution. We as engineering are leading the consortium, and Cini, so represented by Luigi, that will speak just after my presentation, is the technical coordinator of the project. And then we had a number of other organizations on board providing solutions related to cybersecurity. In particular, we have Kaspersky, we have SilentSec, S21Sec. So we put together our solutions and we try to put them in a platform that can be used by local public administration, is tailored to local public administration needs. So the compact goal is then to put local public administrations in the middle of the cyber resilience strategy and make them to control this process, taking into account that each local public administration has its own priorities, its own needs. So we don't think that the same approach fits for all. What we understood is that every local public administration is different context, and it must be the cyber resilience of the local public administration needs to be planned according to what is the current situation. So the 5 main objectives of compact are depicted in this slide. The first 3, so the increasing of the awareness, increasing of skills, and increase the protections, aims at the single local public administrations. So we created tools, and Luigi will speak about this. We created a tool to increase the awareness of employees, meaning all the employees in the local public administration, not only IT employees, not only the C-level. The same is for the increasing of skills. So we also have solutions to increase that can help local public administrations to increase the level of preparedness of employees and of system to respond to cyber attacks, cyber incidents. And the third one is to increase the protection. So the monitoring of what's happening in real time in the local public administration. The last 2 objectives are more for information exchange. So we want to favor the exchange of information among local public administrations, because best practice and guidelines that have been developed in one local public administration can also be applied in similar ones. And the 5th objective is to link the LPA level to the higher ones, so to the national, to the EU level. This because there could be issues and could be information and results that are available at the LPA that could also be benefit at the higher level to take informed decisions based on what is the real situation of local public administrations. So for the last two, we also have solutions that Luigi is going to again to speak to. And in fact, I end with this slide. So I thank you for your attention. I'm passing the floor to Luigi for a more detailed presentation about how the compact solution is conceived. So thank you very
Paolo.
much.
So Luigi, if you can share. Luigi, can you hear us?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
And can you see my screen?
Not yet, but it's coming. Yes, now it's coming. Yes.
Okay, perfect. So good morning to all of you.
We cannot hear you anymore.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Now, yes. It comes and goes.
Let's try.
Yeah, now we can hear you.
Okay, perfect. My name is Luigi Coppolino. I'm the technical coordinator of the Compact project. I'm a professor.
No, Luigi, we cannot hear you anymore.
So it's because my connection is quite a good. Can you hear me more now?
Yes, but I have the feeling that it comes and goes.
Hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Better?
Maybe. Let's try.
Let's try. Okay, my objective will be to give you a brief yet right to the point presentation on technical aspects of the project. So let's start from where we left with the previous presentation. The objective of Compact is to support the LPA during the entire life cycle of their interaction with the IT tools and stuff, and independently from the technical skills of the user that is beyond the IT infrastructure. This is why we have 4 different classes of services, which are risk assessment tools, educational services, monitoring services, knowledge sharing services that can be used all together or independently. That's depend on the needs of the public administration. The idea of Compact is that security is not a tool. It is not something that can be used once and then throw it away, but it is a process. Security must be a process inside the public administration, and as such, to belong to the entire life cycle of the public administration. In our view, security can be seen as a classical dumbing cycle that is planning, do, check, act sequence that can repeat over the life of the public administration. At first stage of the process, there is the need to understand what are the needs of the public administration. And during this stage of the process, Compact supports the public administration by providing tools useful to, let's say, extract the need of the user or the end user and to analyze the current status of security with respect to the local public administration. Once this requirement has been attained, it's time to set up the security measures within the public administration. Let's say that Compact assumes that the LPA already has some tools and some processes in place within the public administration. So during the plan stage of the Compact life cycle, we imagine that the administration is able to understand what are the weakness of their processes with respect to the requirements that are needed to the LPA, to the public administration. Given such a detailed view of the status of the public administration, it is possible to design training paths and to set up controls, measurements for increasing security and awareness that are specific for the public administration that is under analysis. And stage, during check stage of the life cycle, Compact would support the public administration in taking measurement and taking figures of what is current level of security and how the tools that have been set up in the public administration are actually behaving, and if there are some configuration that are still needed. In the stage, such customization of tools in place within the local public administration are performed to start the entire process. So the idea is that the fourth stage will repeat in time with an increase of the security of the public administration. During the fourth stage of the Deming life cycle that has been designed for the public administration, Compact provides a set of tools that help the public administration at any of the four stages we have analyzed. The tools that have been together with the Compact framework, arrives with the Compact framework, have been designed together with the public administration, which are partner of the Compact project. This means that we have adopted a use case driven approach in designing the tools in Compact. The idea has been to analyze together with the public administration what are the most frequent cases that characterize the needs of a public administration. As an example, just to list some, we considered the case of overcoming psychological barriers due to the fact that younger employees work together with older one, let's say millennium guys with a strong knowledge in ICT needs to work together with the people which is like much usual to paperwork and so on. Or as an example, compliance with GDPR or protecting against bad acts in the workplace, such as the usage of USB tools for taking work at home and so on. So we analyzed the most frequent use cases in our partner public administration and start them from these use cases to define the requirements for the Compact tools and to customize our tool to the need of the administration. And Compact came out as a complex system made of 4 tools. I will not go through the list of all of the tools, but I want to highlight the fact that we have 4 main categories of tools are tools for assessing the current status of security of public administration and helping the planning of next step to be carried out within the securitization of the public administration. Then we have tools for helping to train and increase awareness of the employee within the public administration. Here, I'm differentiating the training as a technical, as increasing technical knowledge of the staff, but also awareness as a factor of increasing the understanding of the issue behind cybersecurity. We have tools for cybersecurity monitoring, so actually tools that can be used whenever the public administration has not something already in place, such as antivirus and so on, but also tools that can be used to protect and to organize the tools that are already in place within the public administration. Finally, we have knowledge sharing tools that are useful for interacting to create communities of local public administration and to help and sustain the communication of public administration with the experts of the sector, especially from European experts or let's say experts from external entities. Finally, we have some services which are infrastructure services that are the one helping the putting together all of the tools that have been installed within the administration, but also managing identities of the employee and giving, let's say, a look and feel that is friendly employee of the public administration. We have, let's say, the compact is organized as a modular architecture. This means that not all of the tools must be gathered and installed by the public administration. If the selection of the tools to be used is supported by a user, that is, I will show you something later, but it's a friendly tool that helps to gather the requirements of the public administration to select the most proper tools that be used within the organization. And here there are some of the tools. Let's say I will not go through details of the tools, but just highlight how the tools can help the public administration in the fourth stage of the life cycle we described before. So during the planning phase, it is needed to understand the current status of the public administration. We have assessment tools that can be used to, they are kind of questions that can be used by employees within public administration to understand their knowledge or the status of the public administration. Here we have a wizard that starts with simple stories, such as the one that I listed before, saying what is the case you want to, let's say, deal with your public administration. Are you looking for something to deal with GDPR, or are you looking something to deal with training of personnel and so on? You can select the cases that are most suitable for your public administration. Then, based on the cases you have selected, the public administration is suggested with a set of guidelines that can be of interest for the public administration. But the public administration will select what are the issues that are most likely to the ones they are, let's say, dealing with in the, let's say, process of securing the administration. And the results of this wizard will be a list of tools that can be used among the one provided by the compact framework. What are the tools? There are tools that are more technical, that are meant to be used by technical staff. This is an example of this is the case of tools for checking the policy enforcement within the public administration, but we have also very user-friendly tools that are meant to be used by non-technical staff, such as the one that you are on the right side of the screen, that are aims that can be used by employees to increase the level of awareness with respect to security issues in public administration. Gamification was one of the key approaches in the defining and the design of our tools, and here there is an example of the games that were developed within the Compact project. Then we have tools for monitoring the status of the project, the status of, let's say, once the tools have been installed, it is possible to control the behavior, and here there are tools that are meant to be used by, I don't know, the security officer of the public administration, and these tools not only monitor the status within the public administration, they can be also used to monitor external entities that interact with the public administration and suggesting that there are dangerous situations or interaction with the external entities that needs to be controlled with much more attention. Then we have tools for creating a community of local public administration to make the public administration interact one to the other. As an example, we have InfoHub that is thought to be kind of a social network for public administration. It's a place where we are publishing guidelines, we are publishing, let's say, best practice to be used by public administration, or where public administration can share their experiences or ask some question about something they are worried about. And here I take the opportunity to suggest our friends for public administration attending this meeting, this webinar, to subscribe to our information hub and to take the opportunity to get before, let's say, the wide audience, our best practice as our guidelines to get, let's say, informed about our tools and much more. So you can connect to URL and subscribe to the information hub by clicking in the footer of the page. You will find a Join Us button to subscribe. Finally, we have tools that can be used to let's say have a view, an integrated view of all of the things we have talked about. There are tools, there is a dashboard that can be used by different users and provides different views to different users. It can be kind of, let's say, graphs showing the current status of trading activities, or it can be very detailed information. What are the level of detail that is posed to the user? It depends on the role of the user that is accessing the dashboard. And so as an example, that there will be personalized view for the CISO and for non-IT employee. Overall, as I told, 14 tools that have been tested over 5 organizations with a total of 875 users trying our tools. So it was a quite huge validation the tools, and the validation was organized on 2 trial sessions to gather the first feedback from the user and to try to, let's say, some way take care of integrating the feedbacks in the new version of the tools. All of the tools were tested on the field by the public administration joining the program. Here there are some pictures taken from the public administration during the validation stage. As you can see, there are on the top left corner is a CISO monitoring the status of security in the public administration. On the bottom of the slide in the center, you have non-IT people that are playing a game. It's like say a very easy way to increase awareness of the employee. Here there is a video. Unfortunately, I think we will not hear the audio. I will try to. But here there is a session, a validation session that was conducted in Apracuda. That's the training that was performed in our public administration. That's to show you that security can be something difficult to, let's say, to understand, but it can be also shared as a funny thing, and that's our approach in Compact. That's it. Thank you.
Many thanks, Luigi. Nice, especially this last part. I think it gives really the idea that indeed it can be seen as a very difficult and very specific topic, but indeed, I mean, thanks possibly to these tools and the gaming as well, can be also be used for non-IT specialists and for all people. Okay, I give now the floor to Giovanni. Giovanni Farnetti is the cities coordinator of this project. Giovanni, if you, I don't know, yeah, you should be able to speak.
Hello, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me? Okay,
yes.
Fantastic.
Giovanni is from the city of Bologna.
Yes, I'm from the city of Bologna, and finally, well, I have no presentation, but because I'd like to make a statement as a feedback from a real user of these of the tools of this project. So, I mean, thank you for the opportunity, and I'm available for questions and answers about exactly the usage of this fantastic project, because actually we like it very much because it gives an holistic approach to the problem of cybersecurity for a public administration. Well, what can I say? Well, actually, I could say that firstly, it's tackling the main 3 aspects of the cybersecurity in every organization. And the aspect of course, when we speak about cybersecurity, we have to think and act on the IT side. So the problems are on the ICT, but also problems on the human factors and on the physical sector. So I would like to stress first that this project actually tackled all the 3 aspects. For instance, about the IT aspect, it's tackling the problem with monitoring tool, continuous monitoring tool, while from physical aspect, for instance, it gives you the possibility to make a full risk assessment of your organization. And from the human side, let me say that this was the most challenging part, because we are talking about public administration, and my colleague Luigi also stressed that we are dealing with old civil servant and young as well, but different age. And when we speak about cybersecurity, you know, it could be quite boring and not interesting to participate in actions about cybersecurity, like if we think about I don't know, seminars or or a webinar about cybersecurity involving civil servants, probably the success is not so high because they see it as something that is not, relevant for them. Or while in Compact, we had the opportunity to test a gaming approach. Gaming approach meant involving people in games. They play it online and also live. Like you saw the final video from the city of Afragola that finished their training, and they finished the training smiling and laughing and with a big success, because they were playing roles, and they understood that cybersecurity, an education on cybersecurity is also useful from your private side, because you learn how to defend yourself and how to act as an individual, not only in the organization. So let me say that this project for us as a city, a medium big city, it was a huge success because we tackled many aspects, as I said, and we tackled also many kind of profile of people. Like we involved the CISO of the organization and the IT staff, and we involved also the civil servant, the final users, with the gaming approach. So I'm available to give you a testimony about it, about the use of Compact, just remembering, like starting from the beginning, that this project is using many tools, a bundle of 14 tools. Imagine that to test 14 tools twice with 5 public administration. But the strength of the project is not the single tool, is the approach of using many tools all together that are covering many aspects of cybersecurity in a public administration. Like you can find the best of breed about one software or one platform, but Compact is giving you a set of tools, different platforms that are also coordinated, because we have dashboard, both from the, let's say, the technical side, monitoring the services ongoing, but also from the educational side, like the responsible of training in the city of Bologna and the possibility to monitor the ongoing courses on cybersecurity. So it's really, to me, the strength and the innovation of this project is the usage of many tools altogether that can cover many problems on the IT, human, and physical side of the problem. So I will stop here. I would leave floor if you have questions, especially for the users. I'm available. And I will thank Eurocities and my colleagues for this opportunity.
Thanks, Giovanni. Thanks to all the speakers. We don't really have a lot of time, so I would like really to leave the floor to all the participants to ask questions to the colleagues. Maybe I can start because I have a question. If a city wish to use those tools, to implement those tools, are those tools already available and ready to use, or do they need some training also themselves to use the tool? How does it work? Is there a person needed to explain a bit how to use it, or not?
I don't know, Luigi. I will provide a first answer, then you can refine on it. Okay, it depends on the tool essentially. Meaning, there are some tools that are provided as a service, other that are installed locally, and also don't forget that all those tools are prototypes. I mean, the TRL, for those that are familiar with the naming from the Commission, so it means the level of advancement of the tool is 7/9, so it means they are advanced prototypes. They implement all the core functions. They are not ready for market, I will say. So in some cases, you will need somebody to support you. That's, for instance, that's the case of some games that requires a person that knows the games and rules it. For other tools, they're quite intuitive, like the assessment tools. Most of them can be used in autonomy. So it really depends on the kind of tools.
Okay.
If I may add something from the user side.
Yep.
Yes, Paolo, can I add something from the user side?
Yeah,
Okay.
of course.
Yeah, I would like to add something from the user side. Of course, it depends on the tools. We also developed a wizard in order to understand the needs of the LPA, because of course this project is covering at least 4 big aspects of cybersecurity, namely the the risk assessment, the awareness training, the knowledge sharing. So it covers many topics, providing also different approaches. So it's not said that one user needs all the tools, but or probably is already using some tools in place that is not meant to substitute them. So it should be integrated to existing tools. What can I say? Of course, from the gaming approach is usually a new approach. So as for the gaming tools, as Paolo said, you don't need any explanation, but you would need a trainer. So you would need someone also internally that has been trained to be a trainer. Like we did in Bologna, we now have 3 certified trainers on the awareness raising games. So it's not long, it's not complicated, but it's needed. And it's also nice to have this kind of training inside the organization. While some other tools, of course, are self-explaining, like the knowledge sharing tool is indeed a website where you can share the information about cybersecurity threats and so on, so it doesn't need any training. The risk assessment, for instance, needs a bit of training to understand how to make a proper risk assessment of your organization, because it's important to be aware of which data are needed and how, and then you have a profile of the risk assessment in your organization. So it really depends on the tools. We, and Luigi, you can integrate it. We should provide also a wizard to understand the real needs of the organization in terms of which tools. And I think that is quite flexible then to adopt some of them or the whole bunch of tools.
Yeah, the idea is that at the end, the solution that is being carried out by Compact is not something that you have to take as is and put in your organization. It's something that should be integrated in your process, and as such there should be kind of a consultant expert that is not meant to explain you how to use the tool, but to let come out your needs with respect to cybersecurity and let's say give an explanation on how to improve your daily management of data by using the tools within Compact. So I would say that the help is not only and not especially with the tools, but in how tools can be integrated in processes of the LPA to increase the, let's say, to better perform security management of the data within the organization. So it's much more, let's say, help on the management side than on the technical side. Then there are, of course, difficulties for some of the tools which are much more technical, but they are meant for technical people. So I would say that the hardest tool to be used are thought for persons that have a technical skill, while the tools to be used by non-technical employee are much more friendly. Overall, let's say the help that could be given to the public administration is related to how integrate them in their life cycle, in their processes.
Okay, thank you. Any challenges in your public administrations that you would like to share with us, with the speakers? Maybe interested in knowing more about the tools or even implementing them or reading more the guidelines, but you feel that you have some challenges that you would like to share? You must.
Well, yes, I can answer on behalf of my administration. Yeah, the challenge is to continue using the compact tools, especially some of them, especially the ones that deals with the risk assessment and the awareness raising. I try to motivate why, and I mean to express why. The point is that, for instance, risk assessment is something that is really important as a starting point for understanding your position in cybersecurity threats. And so I think that risk assessment should be performed more often and more in depth, because it should involve many processes of the administration. Like during Compact, we only highlighted some processes to be analyzed with the risk assessment tool. So I think that one challenge is to extend the risk assessment tools and the usage of it also to other processes of the administration. While the other big challenge would be to extend also the topics of the gaming approach to other topics rather than cybersecurity. Of course, it's outside the scope of Compact, but I think that the big success of a gaming approach in a public administration tells us that we should extend it also in other topics. So these are for us, I would say, the two immediate challenges for my administration. And so I think that it's important to stress them. Okay, thank you.
Thanks. Any other remarks or questions? I have unmuted all of you, so you should be able to. Okay, if there are no other remarks, I wish to thank you all the speakers. Thanks the City of Bologna and all the other partners, Engineers and Cini, for the very interesting presentation. I would like to use the tools myself, so I think also the gaming approach is a really nice one. So thanks. Luigi shared the link here in the notes with for more information about the project, but I will make sure to circulate this link with everybody, and also, of course, the presentations and the recording of this webinar. Thank you very much again, and let's keep us informed also about the results, more results about using these tools for cybersecurity. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you,
Federica. Goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you all.
Bye. Bye bye.